Hey guys, Joe here again today, and I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I know I keep on saying that, but today I'm wearing the weirdest tank top. Oh yeah, look at it. No, anyway, today I'm gonna be going over Rob Ferretti's Project Car Challenge. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are into the automotive side of YouTube, but recently there was like a little drama going on between some of the larger YouTubers, and so they're doing a Project Car Challenge between cars that they're building now, and that's Rob Ferretti. And originally there were some stipulations on it where not everybody could join in, but he recently announced that he's going to be doing another challenge for some people who have under 10,000 YouTube subscribers. And what that means is that pretty much any YouTuber with a moderate channel can get in on this Project Car Challenge. And so today I'm going to be going over the 5 cars that I believe could win on a budget under $10,000. So the first car that I think would be a really good option for this is a second generation Toyota MR2 Turbo. And the reason for that is they have amazing weight distribution. It's a mid-engined car, and they're already boosted from the factory. If you get a CT20B Turbo on one of those, you can make around 350 at the crank with bolt-ons. So under $10,000, I don't think that should be a problem. You can go on Craigslist and find them for around $5,000 for one that's like not that great all day. If you look really hard, you can find one for $5,000 that's in better shape, at least in my area. So I don't think that budget would be an issue for that, staying under the $10,000 to get a car that has a moderate amount of horsepower that would absolutely kill it on the track with that mid-engine layout. One of the other cars that I want to touch on is the Subaru STI. Now, for those of you who don't know what an STI is, that's where you get an old Subaru Impreza RS, which from the factory didn't have a turbo in America. So with that, you gut the internals and you swap in an entire STI drivetrain from, you know, the 04 to 07 STI. With that, moderate bolt-ons and a tune, like a turbo back exhaust and a tune, maybe an upgraded intercooler, but you probably wouldn't need it with the STI intercooler. It's bigger than the WRX one as it is. You could get around 350 horsepower at the crank. And then with that, you also have all-wheel drive, and then you can also swap in the Brembo brakes from the STI, assuming that you're getting one that's crashed or you're just buying the entire drivetrain outright. Some models of the Impreza RS that came stateside had a limited slip differential on the back of it already, so that really helps out too when you're talking about track handling. All in all, I know that Smoking Tire, he did a little expose, he did his own video on RSTIs a while back. One of them had the JDM swap, one of them had the USDM swap, and they both said that they were able to build those for under $10,000. Probably the most potent car that you could bring to that challenge, however, is a LSX swapped 240SX. Now, I know that, you know, throwing a V8 in anything is just all the rage these days, but there's a reason why. I mean, the compact LS engine fits perfectly inside the 240SX's engine bay, and your power to weight ratio is through the roof. Not to mention the fact that the aftermarket for 240SXs is just absolutely massive. So, I mean, you can go and get Z32 brakes for it, so it'll brake better. I'm pretty sure you can swap in the rear end from a Q45, which would be able to handle the power from the LSX better. All around, you could make a killer track car for the budget. I was just looking online, and you can find people that are selling the car already swapped for under $10,000, and that comes with a lot of supporting mods as far as handling goes, and braking, and the drivetrain and everything like that. So yeah, absolutely. I think that would probably be the best choice for under $10,000. And to get away from the JDM cars, I'm gonna go with a boosted E30 325i. Now, if you find the IS, it already has a limited slip differential in it. That's gonna help a lot on the track. And boosting The M20B25 engine that comes in those things has been covered many times, and they are good for a ton of power on stock internals. That's going to give you a lot of reliability, and the fact that there's a lot of kits out there and parts available is going to help as well. So with that, I mean, you're looking at anywhere from 300 to 400 horsepower, probably around 350 in the wheels. But the only downside of the E30 is that there's not a very easy to do big brake kit on there. Like I was saying earlier, with the 240SX, you have the Z32 brakes that you can slap on there. There's not really anything that's readily available on the cheap that you can put on there. So under $10,000, I think that you can boost it. I think that you can make it a good track car, especially with all the suspension components that are out there for it. Get some nice wheels with some sticky rubber on there, but I don't think that you're going to have the stopping capabilities that would be needed on the track. And then lastly, Miata. I mean, Miata is always the answer. And the reason why I say a Miata isn't because it's a track slayer, it's not because it's the quintessential sports car, but it is simply because the Miata is going to be more reliable than other cars. With this, you're banking on the fact that everybody showing up with their cars, they're not going to be able to make it through the day without their cars breaking. If you show up with a bone stock Miata, I guarantee you can flog that thing all day without any issues. Under $10,000, I mean, you can find an array of Miatas, especially ones that have been modified for the track and really beefed up with the suspension. Wheels have, you know, maybe one that has the Torsen limited slip in the rear end, or an RX-7 Turbo 2 rear end. Those fit in there as well. But yeah, just a good, reliable, all-around, you know, no boost or anything like that, just Miata. Alright guys, I wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about my channel. I know that I've been doing a lot of different things lately, and this whole car thing was new for me. I am a huge gearhead, so I would love to continue doing this. If you think that it's something that you like, you know, leave a comment down below, let me know. Leave a like. If you like what I'm doing, then subscribe to my channel as well. And then, as always, have a good day.